high-definition studios at Fox Charlotte. This is Fox News Rising.
Also, a little bit later this hour, we're going to have Charles Barron and John Grooms to talk about the State of the Union address last night. Charles, a conservative, John, a liberal, and it should be incredibly interesting.
Yes.
Some good television for you a little bit later this morning.
Good job out there, Wilson. Well, we've been telling you about it all morning long. We're reviewing the President's State of the Union address, and today we have a staunch Republican and a very vocal liberal, two locals in the House. Hey there, Mark.
All right. Well, today President Obama pitches his State of the Union ideas to a town hall crowd in Tampa, Florida. So how did America receive last night's address? Will it restore some of the hope that Obama based in his campaign message on? Here to weigh in on the speech are conservative blogger Charles Barron and writer of Creative Loafing, he's a columnist there, Boomer with Attitude, John Grooms. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm excited about this. I've always wanted to have kind of a healthy debate on the policies from the left and also from the right. Let's start off with the first question is, how did he do? And John, we'll start with you.
I have mixed feelings. I think he did a pretty good job of explaining what he wants to do. I don't think that that many people are going to go along with it.
Yeah? Charles?
Well, first of all, somebody needs to give Joe Biden a Xanax before the State of the Union. I mean, he's fidgeting around, jumping out of his seat before the president can finish his sentence. I couldn't understand a lot of things that were coming out. Listen, if you're an accountant or a tax attorney this morning, you're feeling great. Your job is secure. Because now we have about 24 tax credits on which the burden is going to be placed on business to go to their accountants and say, do I take this tax credit? Do I not take this tax credit? Can I afford it? Can I not afford it? The only problem I had with the speech last night is this constant referring of tax credits to tax cuts. They are two separate entities. A tax cut is when, let's say, I'm paying a 25% tax rate, my rate is cut to 20%. That is a tax cut. A tax credit is when the government holds out a hoop, okay, and wants me to do a Dave Letterman stupid pet trick. Jump through the hoop, and then I get my little biscuit on the other side. Well, you know, maybe the hoop is too high. Maybe the hoop is too low. They're putting the onus on business to do what's best for the government instead of the government doing what's best for business.
Okay, and let's talk a little bit about that, John. He did start off the first 30 minutes of the speech talking about jobs and energy and creation. Is this a drift to the middle?
I'd say it's it's a drift to the middle, it's a drift to the right, and also. I think I would have preferred to see him be a little bit stronger on hitting the companies that outsource jobs, although he did say he was going to do something about that. And I'd like to see just something, I would have loved to have seen more that would directly benefit the middle class and everyday Americans, who are the ones that are hurting. It's government of the people, by the people, for the people, and the people are kind of
the ones that are hurting.
Kind of the ones that are hurting the most.
Do you agree with Charles' assessments on the whole tax credit versus tax incentives?
I'm not the economic expert that Charles is, but there is a difference, obviously, and there was a lot of finagling of comparing one to the other, but, you know, honestly, that's the kind of thing almost any politician is going to do.
Okay. All right, Charles, let's talk a little bit about, you said earlier that you didn't think he did drift more to the center. You said you think he stayed to the left.
Oh, absolutely. This was definitely not Obama's Bill Clinton coming out party. There's no way he tacked back to the middle. And just on the issue of outsourcing jobs, American multinationals are going overseas because of government policies. We have the second highest corporate tax rate in the industrial world. If you want to bring that capital back on shore, cut the tax rates, cut marginal rates, cut capital gains taxes, cut the corporate tax rate across the board.
All right. Does that help the middle class?
No, not at all. The corporate tax rate is low enough, and the thing is, what they should be doing is making sure that corporations are taking care of the needs of their employees and paying high enough wages, and that people have job security. And if the taxes are too high in the United States, then at the very least, if they move overseas, they shouldn't continue to get any kind of tax breaks or any kind of breaks from the U.S. government.
I disagree with that. If a multinational corporation is earning its profits overseas, they shouldn't pay domestic tax rates.
Okay.
If you want to bring some of that capital back on shore, give them a type of tax holiday. The dreaded George Bush in 2005 offered a 5.25% tax rate for foreign money coming back in seas. That rated back domestically. That raised over $300 billion without the Treasury printing $1 bill or Ben Bernanke dropping money out of a helicopter.
All right. Well, guys, you want to mention your book real quick? Can you go ahead and mention that real quick? We're running short.
I have a book, Deliver Us from Weasels, collection of things from creative loafing. Pick it up at local bookstores. Thank you very much.
John Grooms, Charles Barron, thank you so much. I enjoyed the debate. We were just getting going, and we're running a little bit short.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
I am a stalwart conservative, not a Republican.
Okay, all right. Well, I wish we could continue this debate. Maybe you guys can come back. We'll have a little bit of longer time, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very
Will you
much.
do it again, John?
Sure.
Do it again, Charles?
Thanks.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. We're going to be right back. Thanks.